Alrighty, we are live. Check that out. Anyways, let's go ahead and start checking out Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Get, stop it. Okay. Okay. Anyways, I don't even know if there's anything going to go off if people subscribe or anything. Wow. Oh, wow. Let's go out to the weekly. Let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin, see what's going on here. I know my FTM trade is doing just fine, so I'm just going to chillax. Just gonna chillax. Wick. Do. God, that supposed to be a lot right there. Up there, you what? That supposed to be a lot of resistance right there. Alright. I haven't even gotten there. Jeez. Man, Bitcoin's getting hammered right now. Absolute insanity. Absolutely insane. It's amazing when you see this on a weekly. 44% upside. We almost got there. We're close. We're close. Still not overbought on the weekly. Just looks like we might have a little down week. It's not that bad of a situation. Not that bad of a situation. Let's go ahead and check out the daily. The daily, we have bearish divergence playing out. Look at that. So now we're going to look at fib retracements just to see where this might end. Very shallow retrace would be down to 22.115. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. I'd be perfectly fine with that. So that's a shallow retrace. We're going to put an alert there just because I want to know when that happens. That could mark time to get back in. That could. Otherwise, we're coming back down more than likely to 20,716. Just easy little fib retracements. Just keep your eyes on. Let's go down to the 4-hour. See what we're actually falling out of. Looks like we fell out of rising wedge. I want to say it's a rising wedge. Maybe not. If higher, higher. We fell out of this. This is what we fell out of. So we fell out, we kind of back tested, now we're falling. So it was a rising wedge that we do have to pay attention to because we have a measured move out of this, which would be to the downside. Measured move would bring us back down to the 618, give or take. Could overshoot it just a little bit, but 21,000 is a measured move. I think it would overshoot it just slightly just to get back. You're so close to the 618 at that point. I mean, noted we could adjust it based off when the rally started, like really started, which would be right up here. And if we do adjust it for that, now it would be right at the 618. So something we got to pay attention to. Could be at the 618 that we end up finding a little bit of support down here. So you know what? Considering that is the measured move, we're going to change our alert to down there. Could be a possible 9% downturn before we start seeing more upward swings. However, if things go well on Wednesday, we could end up just getting a little support right off of the 100 simple moving average on the 4-hour and then seeing more upside. We're going to have to wait and find out. Going to have to wait and find out. But yeah, this is what I see. I see a rising wedge. We finally broke out of it to the downside. We are starting to get that fall, which is dragging the entire market down with it. So anybody who's been a part of the channel and has actually seen what I posted recently on some of the coins going down, this is why, because Bitcoin's falling. Let's go ahead and watch the 1-hour, see if we still have a lot of downturn coming. What's my phone telling me? Nothing that important. All right, cool. So yeah, the 1-hour, we are in oversold territory, so you could see a little bit of a bounce before we fall down. Might stall out a little bit, but we got some downturn. We got a little bit of ways. A little bit of ways. Don't be surprised to see the price much lower. That's out of Bitcoin. Now that we understand prices are going down, which I don't know if you guys noticed, but like everything's in the red, it's fine. Let's go ahead and check in on Phantom, because Phantom I'm actually in a long on, and I'm still in a long. And I don't think I'm going to get out of the long, because we are finding so much support right here. Noted if Bitcoin decides we're going to keep falling, I get it. But, yeah, I don't, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. At least not at this moment in time. So you can see we broke out, we came up, and then we back tested again. I mean, we got one back test, we got a second? That just seems ridiculous to me. But the 4 hour does have tons of room to fall to the downside. It just seems like FTM happens to have a lot of strength under it. Let's go ahead and check out FTM to Bitcoin just to have a little comparison here. So Phantom to Bitcoin. Now Phantom to Bitcoin actually looks super strong. Jeez, didn't even know this was a thing. Oh my. So if you do mark this out kind of like this, kind of like a bull flag right here, then you have a measured move where Phantom can actually outperform Bitcoin until we get back up to this 2445 level, which would end up being a 20% rise against Bitcoin. Well, all Bitcoin really needs to do is get his act together, and then we're going to the Graceland with FTM. Because FTM, surprisingly enough, that 20% does really coincide with this 20% rise right here. So, Phantom. Keep your eyes on Phantom. Phantom looks pretty strong. Pretty strong compared to Bitcoin. It's sitting around on top of a little bit of support out of a bull flag. We're going to see if it holds. Because noted, if Bitcoin continues to fall, then all of these are going to get invalidated and we'll see lower prices. Just is what it is. Now then, let's move on to Ethereum. So we got to check out the big boys. The big boys. We're going to do in my normal fashion. I'm just going to pull up a fresh chart. Fresh and clean. Get rid of all my previous work. Just so fresh, so clean, so great. Now this is the weekly time frame. We have our macro supports and resistances. We're actually going to map them out right now. So macro supports and resistance. Candle closes and candle wicks. Interesting. Interesting. Candle close. Perfect. And the wick. I don't really have to worry about the wicks there, but after that, see a pretty big markup. Wow. I would say right here. Right there. Mainly being, you break this level, you go straight down. Come up to it, you come straight back up. Come down, try to get back above it, straight down. So yeah, that would be our next level. Anyways, this is on Ethereum. This is our macro support and resistances. You can see we did break out of the nice little falling wedge, just like 99% of the market, but we never back tested it on the weekly. Hopefully we don't have to. It was not a falling wedge, it's more of a symmetrical triangle. Oh, well, a little different, Okay, okay. Didn't realize it wasn't a falling wedge. Anyways, your measured move is back up to 2450. So Ethereum underperforming big time. Underperforming compared to a lot of things. Wow. I actually haven't looked at the Ethereum chart in a hot minute. So this is all brand new to me. Ethereum on the daily, sitting in a bull flag. Sort of. Weird pattern. I don't like it. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Maybe we get something a little better. Nope, nothing better. Looks even worse. It's like a falling angle. Oh, jeez, that looks terrible. Looks awful. It's almost flat. Good God. All right, well, just for your knowledge, if we break to the downside out of this thing, you'll get that back test. You'll probably wick down to the back test. Yikes. Alright, no big deal here. You got one back test here. We could get a second? Oh, God. That would be a great place along. I'm not gonna joke around. That would be a great place along. But, whew, hopefully this level holds. Hopefully it holds. If it doesn't, yeah, we got another 11% downside on Ethereum. Yikes. Yikes. Plenty of room to fall on the relative strength index on the 4 hour. The 1 hour might show us a little something different. It does. Shows we're in severely overbought territory or oversold territory. You have one peak down here. You have a higher one. What would be kind of nice, actually, is from this crazy low, if we set a higher low but with lower price, like we maintain that, that would be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But we just have to wait and see if that'll happen. We need confirmation. This is on the 1 hour, of course. So things can change. But if we do dip below failure to break down, then we come up, that would be so very perfect. I would love it. I would actually love it. Yeah, that would make my week. I'd jump into a long instantly. But that's on the hourly, and not to mention on the hourly, we can see the negative momentum is waning. However, my goodness, the amount of selling has increased tremendously. So that's not always good. We also have declining positive momentum, which is even worse. Do we see that on the higher time? For yes, we do. We have bearish divergence on the MACD. Not good. Not good. Negative momentum's building, so we could actually see a lot lower prices. Do we see it on the daily yet? These lower time frames are going to start first, but the dailies, that's where, yeah, we're starting to see it on the daily. Buyers might be getting a little exhausted. The sellers are too strong. The sellers are too strong. We need to get them off the Wheaties. We don't want them eating too many Wheaties. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, help us out, man. Stop trying to ruin our parade. Another way you could look at this, considering where you did put your high, could look at it out here, and then it just looks like a range-bound asset slowly consolidating, which, yikes, that would be terrible. However, over time, it does give us a better chance at much higher prices, because once you do break out, you would be looking to not only break resistance, but also get up here back to $2,000. So that's the optimistic side of things. So if Fed Chair Jerome Powell does not ruin the entirety of this nice bullish time that we've been having, then we could see a lot higher prices out of Ethereum. A lot higher. But that's all depending on if that man had a good day or not. Where's my water? This is awkward. Came unprepared. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Alright, I know a million of you were waiting for that. I'm back. Don't worry. Don't worry. By the way, if you have any requests, feel free. Drop it into the chat. Feel free. Because, honestly, I'm just kind of looking through the markets how I normally do on a regular day. And, it'd be smart if you guys jumped in. Anyways, looking at Matic. Let's go to the Binance chart. Dear God, I have a lot of stuff on this chart. Okay. Alright. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. I want to know what's happening right now. Right this moment. So, right this moment, we have... Ugh, this thing looks ugly. I don't like it. It's gross. Yikes. A rising channel action. Some might even call it a bear flag on the daily. We're a little too far for it to be a bear flag. This has been happening. This has been going on for too long. This has been going on. The hooligans are out. They're trying to make things look weird. Trying to make them look weird. Let's go out to the weekly. Let's get our macro. You know, I personally think Matic should be way higher. Considering all the hype that it gets, it should be way higher. Doesn't make much sense that it's so low. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, you are right at a level of resistance? Yikes. Just can't break through, huh? Candle closes. Back here, September 20th. Having a lot of trouble breaking that. Tried once, we tried twice. Third time might be the charm. Third time might be the charm. Just might be. But we're just range bound. No big deal. Let's go down to the daily. Oh boy. That does look nasty. Oh my god. I don't like it at all. The positive though, we did break out of a bull flag. That is a positive. So we had this bull flag here that we broke out of. That doesn't look right. That does not look right. That looks more like it. That looks weird. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. A little failure breakdown came up, back test and took off. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Did we get a full measured move? Did we? Did we get a full measured move? No, we did not. Not even close. Jeez. And we're gonna have massive bearish engulfing on the daily. This is bad. So what we need to do, we need to maintain above $1.03 in order to continue our upside momentum. Otherwise, you're looking for support down here at 91.96. And that's if we go straight down. Tough titties. Tough titties. It's too bad. Too bad. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see if we're going to continue dumping. We can. We can. We have a nice rounded top. You might see another spike up to create another rounded top before we fall down. Ooh. We're finding a little bit of support. Finding a little bit of support, which is nice. That's very nice. Let's see if the 1 hour is going to help us out. Just a little bit. We're hitting the 200 simple moving average. We're catching a lot of bids off of it. However, the thing that kind of worries me here is what we broke down and back tested. So we had this level of support, we back tested, and now we're falling. Which leads me to think this is more like a rising wedge pattern than anything because of that. Which gives us a measured move down. Yikes. Your measured move is to get back $1.01. That's our measured move on Matic. If we get our full measured move, then a good place to possibly think about a long would be actually when you are testing this level of support at $1.02 on Matic. And then you might see a small little rally back up here to $1.11, but you would really need your alerts set up because depending on how the market's going, you either break through or you just hit and then fall back down. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's go down to the 15-minute, get a better idea on where it's going in the immediate term. Immediate term, it looks like we are catching some bids, but it looks like we're just going sideways, so I would expect that further downside. That's just what I would expect. We could get something different. Maybe Wall Street's trying to fake everybody out right now, but I don't know if any news just broke to cause this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and look at AVAX. AVAX has been performing pretty darn well as of late. So what AVAX did, it actually managed to not only break out of major resistance, which noted the measured move. It's actually pretty big. Measured move's pretty big. Measured move is to get back up to $36.89. Currently, we have broken above resistance at $19.51, and and we have back tested it currently. Now, whether this is going to hold or not, that's kind of up to the traders. But if we come down to the 4 hour, 4 hour, you can see we had this bull flag, which now I'm guessing we probably should remake it, extend it out. Ugh, now it's just like a disgusting little falling wedge or widening wedge pattern. So this could continue dropping, and if it does continue dropping, you're going to see us back down here to 1816 more than likely, because we do have this upper trend line of support back here that we were putting in. So I would expect it to come down, possibly touch this level, and then come back up if we lose this level of support. So a lot left up in the air right now with the market. Don't get overly bearish just because you see red numbers. That's one really important thing that you need to realize. Just because you see some red numbers doesn't mean it's time to get overly bearish. Just understand most of these things on the daily, you can see it on the RSI. We've just been overheated. So you can see it right here, all over the RSI. We are just overheated. We're in overbought territory. We need the indicators just to reset a little bit so that we can actually start moving to the upside again. That's honestly, that's all I think is happening right now. We're resetting some indicators before we start moving up. And that is also why I'm still long on Phantom. But I think Phantom's going to do amazing. I think it's going to do amazing. Anyways, that's on AVAX. We looked at Phantom. Let's check out KDA. Ouch. That is painful. KDA, apparently $1.38 is resistance. You are not the father. I would not be surprised to see it back down here at $1.10 before going up again. Possibly even 99 cents. Yikes. However, you know, it did what so many others did. Broke out of major major resistance. You have a just absolutely exponentially huge measured move. You had this nice round bottom. You took off to the upside. 246% gains is the target. You're going to see some up and downs. But we had this nice Adam, Eve, double bottom. We shall see where this goes. But as of right now, we can draw our fib top to bottom. Maybe we should get the actual bottom. And currently we are sitting in the golden retrace. So if we do fall below this 113.3 level, I'll be surprised. Technically speaking, this is a great spot to jump in if you have not had the chance. Technically speaking, a good time to buy in. Let's see what we actually fell out of. We fell below resistance. We're going to see if we can get back above it. No, we didn't. We touched it. Oh my Lanta. So yeah, we have this level of support down here, and we're actually just hitting it. This is why we check the charts. This is what we like to see. So anybody who's thinking about taking a long at this level, you're not the only one thinking it. A lot of people are thinking of taking a long on this level and then possibly seeing higher prices. It would make a lot of sense. A lot of sense. However, there's always a however. However, you do gotta look at this. You can see this giant widening wedge. You could rally all the way up anywhere along this trend and then come back down. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But KDA Cadena, it is sitting at a pretty decent level. On the 4 hour, your stochastic is reset. You are in oversold territory. On your 1 hour, you are in the depths of hell. You're just hanging out down there, just putting in giant lows, being completely oversold. On your 15-minute, you are trying to go up with a failure to break down. There we go. Currently in a trade, 2200, about to get liquidated at 22,653. Should I add more to protect? Oh, on BTC. Let's go back to BTC. I'll go check that out. You should never get liquidated. That's number one. Number one, never lose money. Never lose money. But it does look like you're. How'd you not get liquidated yet? What was your liquidation price? Wow. As of right now, your ass is being saved. Holy crap. Holy crap. What? You James, I'm gonna say right now, you play a risky game, sir. Play a risky game. But yeah, the whales look like they're trying to liquidate everybody, so I would be careful because you do still have a little bit of room to fall in the 4 hour. You are currently trying to backtest as support. I'm so surprised you haven't been liquidated yet, considering it did drop down to 22,618. You do have support here right at 22. What is this? 22,669. You keep adding on auto Whoa, that sucks. Keeps adding on auto margin. That kind of sucks. I think technically you should be safe, but I'm not gonna say 100% here because this is gonna be your own financial decision. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out. See, the problem here is the daily. The daily is not on your side. It is definitely not on your side because if we do paint this candle, we have a complete bearish engulfing candle, and you would expect further downside, possibly coming back down here to 21,400. On a short-term time frame, I don't know where you got in. Currently in a trade, 2,200. Did you get in at 22,000? No, you didn't. You got in much higher. Got in at 23.7. Yikes. You got in at the top. Yikes. Well, on the daily, it does look like you're just formally backtesting. This actually is the area where people would take out longs right now. God, that's risky. Your 4 hour stochastic is reset. You're going to know a lot more information in 4 hours. It does look like it wants to turn around and start going back up to the upside. You should have a little safety net there. But overall, you should more than likely have a stop loss just below this last wick at 22,611. That's where I personally would have a stop loss. Just below that wick, so possibly at 22,508. And considering your liquidation price is higher than that, it's kind of sketchy, man. Kind of sketchy. Yeah, 22,653. How'd you not get liquidated? That's wild. That is wild. But that's just what I see out of this. Let's see. We do have some weird form of support we could be hitting as well. How can I support your channel? Money. You can check links below if you like. But there's no need, honestly. There's no need. I'm one of the few traders that actually makes money off trading, so there's no need. That is a very bad support level. Very much, thank you. No problem. No problem at all. I appreciate you being in the chat and also giving a request. But yeah, it does look like Bitcoin wants to come up a little bit, so it could save your butt. You are completely oversold on the 1 hour. You're completely oversold on the 15. You're going to want to watch this 15-minute stochastic, though, because that's going to be a real indication of like where the price is going right now. It does look like you want to trend up. You are finding your support, so we are going up. Your position, as of this moment, perfectly safe. Within 4 hours, things can change quickly. So keep that in mind. I would, yeah, I'd keep it open. If you've made it this far, I'd keep it open. I'd keep it open. We just started a brand new 4 hour. You have a measured move up to 25,000 right now. It's a perfect measured move to 25,000 also. I'd leave it open. And noted, I'm kind of degenning it out right now as well. I'm currently in a long on FTM, and I'm not closing it. Currently in a long on FTM. But yeah, if I were to make this trade, I would have entered a long at this point because you have utilized it as support nonstop. My stop loss would actually be down here at 22.48 just because I would have gotten in at a better spot, and I'd expect all of this support to hold. Now you have an upward facing level of support, which we're going to indicate by a bright green, giant green level of support. Anything below this support, you auto bearish. Automatically go into the downside, get the hell out of there. Also, we can change this back to red because we broke through it. You can see as soon as we broke through it, we shot straight up. That's why I had that as a green level before, but yeah, it looks like you're out of the woods here, James. Looks like you're out of the woods for now. Let's go ahead and check out my trade real quick. My trade looks like it's doing just fine. Doing just fine. You can see where my stop loss is on FTM. You can see where my profit taking is up here at 55. Actually, I have my profit taking at 60. I don't know why I have the alert right there. Yeah, appreciate you. No, James, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Chicken sauce. That's gross. Have you ever eaten chicken sausage? I've never eaten chicken sausage. I think that's gross. Like, who would eat that? So you can see on FTM, we set this bull flag. We do have a measured move to the upside. And then we put in this weird flag here. So I just decided to mark it out. Fell below it. Now it looks like we're fighting to get above it. If Bitcoin decides to rally from here, we have a solid chance at seeing some green, baby. One that I'm thinking a lot of people should keep on their radar is SNX. SNX is getting absolutely destroyed, but my alert went off on this one earlier, so I had to look at it. Absolutely phenomenal. So we are at a long entry position right now. Holy crap. This is... Oh, that's sexy. That is sexy right there, I'll tell you. This is way more attractive than those hot tub streams. Holy. So, upon breaking out of this pattern, we're going to bring this right over here. SNX. We have the possibility of 37% gains. This is why I love red days. This actually is why I love discounts. I love great entries. This is why I love it. Right here. This is it. SNX is currently down 10.63%. And with that, we have fallen so far. Actually, let's check the daily, see where exactly we fell. Ugh, that's a gross daily candle, I'm going to tell you that much. But we do have support right below us, so your stop loss would be just below this, possibly at 214, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, if you ever thought you missed out on a position, here you go. This is your opportunity. 37% gains are possible as long as Bitcoin does not try and ruin everyone's week and day. That's awesome. I like to see it. I'm really zeroed in on this 1 hour though, because if the 1 hour does not actually start curving to the upside, you have a lot further downside. So buyers need to step in. Buyers need to step in. I do like that you are oversold on both the 1 hour and the 15-minute, which does indicate, I mean, you should at least, at a minimum, test these lows at a 9.31% upside. Should be able to, but I don't know how spooked the market is over Fed meeting on Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, on 15-minute, you're also showing bullish divergence. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You love to see it. You had a low, lower low, higher. You have hidden bullish divergence as well. That's something special. That's something special. You know what? We're gonna get into S and X right now, because that is special. Yeah, we're getting into S and X. Hopefully we don't get toasted. Hopefully not. I think we'll be okay though. Where else do you get live trading on YouTube? Actually, everywhere. I'm not even gonna cap. You can find it everywhere. We will see if we have found the road to glory. Do 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 do. Ooh. I don't know what that is. No idea what that is. Anyways, let's go ahead and put our alert down here. Got our alert down there just in case. And let's go ahead and put an alert. I don't actually know where I put this alert. You know what? I know where I'm going to put this alert. I'm going to put it on the hourly. I'm not only going to put it on the hourly, I'm going to put it on the hourly stochastic. So every once in a while I like to put alerts on the stochastics RSI if I don't know where to put an alert on the chart, because you might see this price just skyrocket out of here. You end up taking profit and you're like, oh, there was a much bigger move to be made. I don't like missing out on those big moves. So that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. But yeah, to get back to the top, you're looking at anywhere between 8 to 10% to get back to the top. Looks pretty solid. Looks pretty solid. As long as Bitcoin wants to continue to play ball, looks really solid. Now, the thing you got to watch out for is this this right here. So you're in oversold territory. You do have the trend line here that could pose as a resistance on the 15-minute, which could send you a little lower. But you can see we are starting to get a little bit more positive momentum on the lower time frame, in which we actually have bullish divergence on Bitcoin. So that's going to start popping up literally all over the market, and you should enjoy seeing a recovery. However, if market makers decide to be mean about it, we won't see the recovery, and we will see very, very sad things happen. Very sad things. It'll be like the happiness just got sucked away. Saw it in Harry Potter. Thought it was a great movie. All right, let's go ahead and look at what's one more I want? I want to look at OP. So OP's down 12%. Oh, it has a long way to go. Never mind. I was looking at OP earlier. Now I remember. So OP here, you had this level of support that you broke. You had this overhanging resistance. Guess what? You are falling down. You have 31% downside potential on optimism. Hopefully, you maintain your support down here at $1.92, because if you do not, full measured move coming in hot, $1.55. We're all hopeful for what is to come. We are all hopeful. Yikes. I didn't realize on the 4-hour we also had bearish divergence on the MACD. Yikes. That's rough. I wish I saw that before. So I made a video about this yesterday. Ocean Protocol. And let's see how that trade is panning out. So Ocean Protocol, made this video yesterday. If anybody saw that video yesterday and decided to take this trade, congratulations. You are currently up in a pretty decent way. You do have your support level down here. You also have another line of support right here. You also have another line of support right here. So you have two levels of support. If this level breaks, you are coming down to this next level down. So this is what you need to see out of Ocean Protocol. But once again, it's just a great way for it to reset all of its indicators. On the daily, it's looking pretty solid. Honestly, it's looking pretty darn solid. So I'd expect maybe another day, maybe two, downward pressure before you can start seeing a nice rally back to the upside. So Ocean Protocol, I like it. I like it a lot. I think I like it more because it's respecting TA. That's what I like more. Oh, dark days. We have SNX here, starting to go down. Oof. Oof. Looking like we're going to get that full back test. Looking like I'm going to get stopped out soon. This is what I was talking about earlier. Never copy trade. It's bad. It's bad. I took a long. I did take a long because this is an area that I take longs. It's what I do. I don't know who's calling me. I don't want to talk to them. I'm live streaming. These people are more important than you. Gosh. Oh, SNX. So sad. SNX falls down from here. I need to switch gears and go more bearish, which, yikes. You'd be looking to test the 200 moving average of the 4-hour. Ugh. Ugh. We don't want that. We really don't want that. That's too low. It's all the way down here at $2.01. That's too low. What are you doing to us, traders? What are you doing to us? As we can see over here, it doesn't matter that you breach the support. SNX likes to come back up, back test, and go. So, we might see that on a lower time frame. We just might. Like this 1 hour, really need this to pan out. Otherwise, we're going to continue our downward trajectory. And I'm going to get stopped out, and I'm going to be sad. And then we get to look for a new trade later. Boy. What was one that I was looking at that looked super... Veracity. That's what it was. Here's Veracity. So Veracity is an interesting one. I was sitting here staring at it. I was like, wow, what a great consolidation. If it breaks that, our downside is all the way back down here at 4701. What could stop it beforehand? Nothing. Nothing at all. Literally nothing at all. You're, you're looking at maybe possibly 519. Maybe if you're lucky, this level here, yeah, 5-1. That's what you're looking at. So, Veracity traders, you you need to step up and step in because, yikes, you have a lot of downside. a lot of downside from here. It's about 30%. downside, that's massive. That's actually massive. 30% downside potential, and you're already down 10%. Don't get me wrong, you had an amazing rally. You actually hit your measured move. But if you do get this back test down here, you do realize like there's still plenty of upside potential. I was just thinking you were going to break out and go to the upside instead, though. Let's get rid of these. Let's go ahead and let's put an alert down here, because if that beep goes off, I'm going to be looking to take some longs. I'm super popular. Getting phone calls left and right. You guys are lucky I value your time more than mine. You guys are lucky. Yeah, Veracity. Jeez. SNX out here really trying to scare me. Doing a good job, though. Doing a really good job of scaring me. Because it gave itself just enough like room on the 15-minute to fall further. That's all it really did. It was like, we're up, we're going down. We're going down. We're gonna stop you out completely. We're gonna break this level of support. We're out of here. Makes sense, though. Makes sense. Alright, anyways. I'm going to get on out of here. Hopefully this stream does well. Anybody who's watching this after the live, hopefully you got a little bit of value out of this. If you could do me a favor, like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. Other than that, I'm out of here. Much love, everybody. Bye.